Hello and welcome to this, the third in the series of videos demonstrating how to use CardStudio. In this video, we will open an existing card design. We will then make some changes to it. We'll change the background, reposition some of the text, add in a barcode, and we'll then look at what happens when you print this card. So the first step is to open the existing card design. So we can either use the shortcut icon here, or we could use File, Open. Test number 2 is the card design we're using. This is the one that we created in the last video. All the fields that we put on, so these 3 fixed fields, including the background image, are all locked in position along with the variable data. So what we want to do is unlock the background and change the image. So we're going to change it to this version for a driver's license. The aspect ratio was checked, or keep the aspect ratio was checked, and you can see it's kept the card size roughly the same. We could probably zoom out a little or zoom in just a little bit, reducing it in size, maybe to that one, that would do, and again lock it in position. You can also see that the photo is now over, or should be over, on the right hand side. So the next thing then is to move the photo. So we unlock the photo, move it into position, and then again resize it so it fits into the little blue box. What I may need to do is change or turn off the grid lines so I can actually get it to position inside the box, and then again lock it in place. What we are going to do is take these 3 fields and reposition them again, and what I'm going to do is actually have the fixed fields now appearing underneath the photo, and then the variable data would go out from the side. So each one of them needs to be unlocked, and then I can reposition it. Again, lock it, leave it. I won't lock them in place just yet. I need to get them all positioned where I want them, and then we can look at locking them all in place. So what I'll do is what we'll do is just remove those characters from the end of the string. I need to unlock that and move it out the way so I can actually make a change in here. So I now have the 3 fields repositioned, and what I then need to do is reposition each one of these. We will put it there, and now what I'll probably do is turn the grid lines back on so that we can get them positioned to the same place. And what I'll also do when I've done this then is change the way the fields are printed so they're now all aligned to the left, to the right edge of the card. What I'll do then is add in another field with the barcode information. So I'm going to take a linear barcode. I'm going to add in the card ID as the value that will fill the barcode, and I'm going to change the card type as well, the barcode type, code 128 auto. And what I'll do is just position it so that it doesn't obscure any of the other fields. So there is my new card design that I've changed. I'll just make sure that the data, the fields, are locked in place with what I want. Position them, again making sure they're all positioned as we want them and are locked. Card number is going to run into the barcode, so I would reposition the barcode in just a moment. Pick the barcode. I will reposition it In actual fact, what I'll do is make it a smaller in size. That should be okay. So I will then lock that in place. So we now have all the fields on our new design locked in place. What we'll use now is the save as. So you'll save this as test 3. So it does mean I still have the original design and I could open that again if I wanted to. And you can see you can have multiple card designs open and they would appear in the as tabs across the top. And if there is a tab or a design we've finished working with, provided we're happy with the way it appears and we've saved the design, we can then close it here. So with this design, what we want to see is what happens when we print. So under File, Print, this is the printer that is set up. So this is basically the default printer at the moment for CardStudio. So I will click here and immediately you can see the dynamic fields pop up. I'm now able to enter variable information. Even though I'm using the professional edition of CardStudio, I haven't gone through the stages in Print Studio of linking it with a database. But from here, from the design side, I can actually print out a design, a card, and I can add in some variable data. So we will put something in here. And then the card number. If we wanted to add in the photo, we would click the Capture Passport. There is no, a camera is not available at the moment, but I can pick from a photo. So these could be for ID cards, photos that have already been provided and are stored on a PC or on a system somewhere. So we can pick the one, select the one we want to use. And then if we click print, that card would now be printed out on the printer that we have selected. So our default printer in this case is the ZC350. Here I am just going to click cancel. What I will do, the other next stage is under the settings, I will turn off the single-sided and I will now add some information onto the back of the card. So I will now click show the back design and I'm just going to add in some text. And this would be the T's and C's for the card use. And obviously underneath this then there would be more information that we could add in if we needed to. So we could add in a time break and then just some so here we can see the text being wrapped around. What I can do is make the box bigger. I can reposition it. I find it easier to use type in the value that I want for the field for the box to appear in, and then set its size. So there is the box I want to put the text in, and I could go back here and just enter a larger text. This is useful that it's gone out, the text has gone outside the box, so we can now see how these two work. The wrap text, so we can see how the text that was outside the box has now wrapped around. It does mean obviously that some of it is now going out the bottom, perhaps out the bottom of the box. And we can also see then with that one turned off, if we clip the text, you can see how any text that is outside the box size that we've created is now cut off. So what we could do is simply reduce the size. We do 18. So something like that, text like that should fit. We could again just obviously center it in the box that we've got, and now we have the front and the back, and we could show the two together. So again, if I zoom out a little bit, we can see both the front and back of the card, and we could toggle to front only or back only, depending on what it was we wanted to look at. Again, there's no variable text on the back, so if I print the card design, I'm presented with the same fields. I can enter the first name, the last name, the card ID, and I can select or capture a new photo to use. Obviously, because this card is unique to the person, I wouldn't change the number of copies here, but if we were producing cards for an event, we could perhaps pre-print the cards and then just personalize them on the day. So I could print multiple copies of a design if I wanted to as well. I will here then click the save button, so I save all the changes that I've made, and that then is the end of the third video. And thank you very much for taking the time to view and listen to it.